Imagine for a moment a world where friction disappears completely. Not a single shred of resistance remains on any surface. It sounds like magic, but in reality, it would be a total nightmare. Friction is that invisible force that slows things down when they rub together. The tiny microscopic bumps in materials are to blame for this. They crash into each other and slow down the movement. Without them, the universe as we know it ceases to exist in a second. The first blow hits us as soon as we try to move. Walking becomes impossible. Every step you take depends on the sole of your shoe biting the ground. By pushing backward, the earth pushes you forward. Without friction, your feet skate endlessly. It is like being on an infinite and endless sheet of ice. You fall to the ground immediately. You try to get up and slip all over again. The streets fill with people skating out of control. Everyone crashes into walls and into each other. No one can stay on their feet. Vehicles suffer the exact same tragic fate. A car needs tires to grip the asphalt to move forward. Without that force, the wheels spin at full speed in the exact same spot. The car does not move. If it miraculously managed to move forward from a push, the disaster is just beginning. Brakes do not exist. Braking means using friction between the pads and discs to put out speed. Without that, the car keeps rolling forever. It cannot turn either. Tires need grip to change direction. The streets fill with runaway cars, traveling aimlessly until they crash into something. Chaos also reaches our homes. Think of a nail or a screw. They stay fixed thanks to the rubbing against the wood or wall. In a world without friction, every screw on the planet loosens and falls out on its own. The nails fall to the floor. The furniture falls apart into loose pieces. Tables lose their legs and collapse. House doors pop right out of their hinges. Buildings start to lose stability because structures depend on the firm union between their materials. The walls wobble, and many end up coming down. Fabric is a set of crossed threads held together thanks to the squeeze and friction between them. Without that force, the threads separate immediately. Your shirt or pants fray in the blink of an eye. You find yourself without clothes in a matter of seconds. Knots in shoes or ropes undo themselves instantly. You cannot tie anything down. A rope slips through your hands as if it were water. Factories and machines suffer a total collapse. Car engines, factory machines, and light generators use gears, pulleys, and belts. All these parts need just the right friction to transmit force and spin in an orderly way. Without it, belts slip and gears slide. The engines spin so fast, they lose control. They overheat in seconds and explode. Electricity cuts out across the planet because the turbines that generate it stop working well. The simplest things of daily life become impossible feats. Do you want to drink a glass of water? It slips from your hands at the slightest touch and falls to the floor, shattering into pieces. Do you want to write a note on paper? The pencil does not draw. Graphite needs the friction of the paper to leave marks. Book pages fall out of their covers and fly everywhere. You cannot hold a pen, a mobile phone, or a spoon. Everything escapes your hands as if it were made of liquid soap. In nature, the change is just as violent. Rivers run without finding resistance in their riverbeds. The wind blows without anything stopping it, turning into perpetual hurricanes that sweep away everything they find. Mountains stop eroding because wind and water can no longer carry particles. The earth itself loses cohesion. The ground becomes unstable beneath our feet. Biological life does not survive this radical change either. Animal muscles and bones work as a team through tendons and joints. Although the body seeks to reduce rubbing to avoid wear and tear, it needs some mechanical stability. Without any friction at all, joints dislocate. Muscles contract, but bones do not respond. No one can hold their own head up straight. In the end, this mental experiment shows us a great truth. Friction is not a nuisance that ruins our days. It is the invisible foundation that holds reality together. Without it, the physical world crumbles in the blink of an eye. Structures fall, machines die, movement becomes impossible, and life as we know it turns off forever. Friction is, in silence, the force that allows us to live.